Hi, training in Boulder, vlog the um, 23rd of August 2020. Yesterday I did the vlog, I think it was in the morning. What I did yesterday was I got up really late, like 1 or something, because even though I didn't really have insomnia, I was up working until like 4:30 in the morning, just cleaning and organizing my house because I haven't done that for a while. And so I laid down and pretty much fell right asleep, but I slept all the way until like 1. So when I got up, um, I almost went to the 1 o'clock gym, but I didn't quite have enough time, so I decided to just stay here. And I think I did some push-ups. I did like 4 sets of 5 push-ups. Not very strong right now. But then I went swimming for a little over an hour. You can get about an hour and 10 minutes, hour 8 minutes, because it's an hour and a half that you can stay there, but you need the undress time, and I don't usually get there. I haven't been there right at the time. Usually there's a bunch of other people there when I get there. I'm going to try to get there at 3 today, only actually at 3. So I get as much time as I can. And I just listen to music in the pool, but for the first time I put this sealant on my earphones, and it seals the earphones. I didn't notice it before, and I think it helped a lot. I could hear all the music, so I wanted to put audiobooks all over it, because I don't think it has audiobooks. It's just music now. I was going to start out with music, but I quit smoking weed, so I'm done listening to music when I go out and about. Now it's just listening to books when I do it. So that was I went swimming, and then I went over to my mom's house, and we went on a short bike ride. And I was gonna come back after visiting her. I was gonna come back and continue just exercising the rest of the day, stretching, lifting weights, maybe even ride my bike in the trainer and do that FTP test on Zwift. But what happened was, when I went back to my mom's house, my mom gave me this protein drink. And it's this protein powder that I gave her before, I think Christmas last year, and she still has it. I can't remember what it is. I'll mention it. And then blueberries and a big scoop of collagen, which I guess is from like pig's hooves and is good for your joints. And so it was tasty, and I'm drinking it, and I'm hanging out with her. But then I find that it's difficult for me to drink it, to swallow. Like my throat is constricting, and then before I could even finish it, I started drooling, like crazy, just constant drooling. And so I'm fighting the drooling and trying to drink it, but my throat is clogged up. So I finally drank it, and then my mom basically kicked me out, wanted me to leave right away, because I wanted to show her all the drooling I was doing, but it was gross. Like I could fill up an entire glass of water within a minute. That's how much drooling I was doing. I put it in my mouth, and it was just saliva, literally just pouring out of my mouth, constantly pouring, and my nose too. And so I'm riding home, and there's just saliva pouring out of my mouth. I've never experienced that before. Pours all over my top tube on my bike, and then like makes it all the way to the bottom tube, and there's this whole foot long like stream of saliva. I'm looking at it, and I'm like, when's that gonna break? It doesn't break. I have to break it, and it's so gross. And I'm embarrassed because all these people, I don't want to see all the saliva wiping my mouth. I get to my apartment, and I just wipe my mouth with my t-shirt, and I make it up to my apartment because I couldn't wear a mask. It would have just fallen in the mask, and get into my apartment, and I'm like, what the hell? And then I just felt really sick too, and like I was gonna throw up or something. So then I did. I threw up that entire drink, and I like threw my guts out like 10 times, and I was even throwing up so much that I missed, and it got all over the floor, and then my skin lights on fire. So I felt like I had a fever, and I look at my skin and my whole body is flaming bright red. Bright red. It started with my feet, and then I saw my hands were red, and then my whole chest was red, and my arms were bright red, and my skin felt like it was on fire, like really hot. I felt like I had a fever, and then I started getting an asthma attack, like within 20 minutes of starting the drink. So I called Kirsten, my fiance Kirsten. She said she thought I had coronavirus, and that I should go to emergency room right away. So then I called my Medicaid number, and they put me in touch with a nurse, and she said it sounded like I was having an anaphylactic reaction, which was life-threatening. So I should call the ambulance. So I called my mom, and she came over with a bunch of Benadryl because I didn't have Benadryl, and Aleve, and gave me 800 milligrams of Benadryl and Aleve, and said that I was just having an allergic reaction, but and hung out with me for like a half hour, and it came down, and she was scratching my back because it was like, felt so good to scratch my back. I mean, some of my rash, it was even bubbled up into these little hives, and it's crazy. And I freaked out and thought I had a coronavirus because I was having an asthma attack, and I took my Advair and my inhaler, and it didn't really help. And anyway, while she was sitting with me, I started to feel better. So, and then when she left, I was kind of groggy, so I just fell asleep. And I think I was relaxed, but and I think maybe I slept a little bit, but then I woke up and I was pretty much up all night again until like 5 in the morning. I'd be like laying there and get up. I think I listened to my music book. I got into a new book. I'll see if I can do the book review of the last book I did, the diet book. But there's a new book called Intro to Economics. I don't think I've ever written an economics book. This is like way intro, though. Hopefully it gets better. It's 23 hours long. But and then I was listening to interviews. So many people are doing so many good interviews. It's all kind of hard to get through a book these days because there's so many great interviews on YouTube. Like the guy Patrick Bet David Valuetainment interviewing people talking about China. This Chinese lawyer who lived there 25 years talking about China, and this other guy, and some other ones, and so yeah, I got to sleep like at 5, whatever. So then I was sleeping all day, and I mean I'm still super groggy. I just woke up. So then my mom came over because she wanted to bring food for me and more Benadryl for me, but also for my roommate. My roommate doesn't have any money, and she wasn't able to have money for food, and she's gonna give food to my roommate. But I don't know if she's gonna charge me, but yeah, just a lot of different foods. And she got these 2 huge things of ice cream. And my roommate likes ice cream, and he's like totally ripped too. He's like 150 pounds, and I went and took a nap for like an hour. When I got up, he had already gone through the entire ice cream and then like went into the new ice cream. So I usually don't eat ice cream. I'm like I just wanted a little bit. She got it for him. I'm a vegetarian now. Training my body to just eat vegetables. Yesterday I had a big pile of vegetables for breakfast. And I had a chicken pot pie. It's impossible for me to be a vegetarian when I'm the son of my mother, because she'll just come without asking me. She'll just ambush me at my house with like meat. So, so anyways, that's what I had, a chicken pot pie. Maybe I'll have another one. But I laid down and fell asleep again. Like, I guess that 800 milligrams knocked me out. It didn't do any help at all at night, sleeping at night. All those sleeping pills do is keep me up all night, but then make me sleep all day the next day. Even if I take the pill during the day before, I just don't sleep at night. I have to train myself through exercise to do that. So I was dreaming hardcore. I'd never dream. I had this dream that my mother bought an apartment in Denver and let my brother live into her house. for some reason. And so I'm visiting her in Denver, but then there's this hotel across the street from her hotel house apartment that has like a pool, and I was swimming in the pool, and somebody in her building died, and so they were giving away all this stuff from the person who died, and I got some money, but then like they were giving me other things and I didn't want it, so then somebody else took it, and then I was like, oh man, maybe I should have taken it though. Oh, and then I had this crazy dream that this Asian guy, and then I was holding a gun to my friend's head, and I was standing like 5 feet behind, and then my mother was standing right next to him, but she didn't look alarmed at all. And he was gonna like mug everybody of all the gifts that we got from this person in the apartment who died. And so I was thinking to myself, and I think I remembered I was in a dream. I'm like, well, what the hell's gonna happen here? I've never been shot in a dream. So then I go, I'm here watching this dude, and then he just puts a gun to his head and blows his brains out and falls down dead. And and so that's when I like we resumed doing the like divvying, and that's when the other person got something or whatever. But yeah, it was weird. So yeah, and then I woke up and I had a little bit of ice cream. All I had to eat today was a stick of pot pie. Hey, I think part of losing weight, because I'm a big fat guy. I don't know how much I weigh, but last time I weighed myself, I was like 185, which was 10 times lighter than my max. So I'm getting lighter, but I'm still fat. There's still like, I'll have a huge blubber, fat everywhere. Part of losing weight for me is just, changing the diet, eating vegetarian. But I think I don't have to eat as much because my metabolism hasn't kicked in, and I'm gonna like fuel myself off of my fat, sort of. So anyway, so today was kind of shot for some really bizarre health reason. I think it all has to do. Oh, I had so I don't know what. So what did I have the reaction to? Well, the first thing it may have been from swallowing too much water in the pool, was one reason, maybe. Because when I go in the pool, I always come out, and also, snot's pouring out of my nose, and I do drool and have to spit every time I get out of the pool. And then I get an upset stomach, like I'm farting like you wouldn't believe while I'm in the pool, and I get out, and so maybe I ingested too much water, like I'm not breathing right in the pool, and somehow I'm ingesting water without realizing it. And so I had an allergic reaction to the chemical in the pool. But, and also earlier in the morning, my mom gave me these new pills. I don't know where she got them. She's got pills all over the place. But these like Chinese herbal pills that are supposed to be good for your breathing. And so she tells me to take 4 of them 3 times a day, these big pills. So I took 4 of them in the morning. But that was before I went swimming, and I was fine. Or it could have been the collagen in the protein drink, because as soon as I got halfway through the drink, that's when all the craziness started. So I think I'm allergic to collagen. So, whatever. So yeah, my day was kind of shot. I was gonna go swimming at 1, I think, but I was too tired. So now I set my alarm I'm gonna try to go at 3. That's the same time I went yesterday. I'm enjoying swimming. I'm like really slow. I'm really out of shape. Like I was there swimming, and there's this CrossFit guy, in the pool, like doing these like dumbbell exercises, and then he'd jump in the pool and swim 1 lap, and then jump and do the dumbbell exercises. And like he jumped in the pool one time kind of like in sync with me, and so I just naturally, because I'm just naturally competitive, I wanted to stay ahead of him in the pool. And this is without doing flip turns, but I don't think he was doing flip turns. But I beat him in the pool by a little bit, but it ended up making me go a little bit out of breath. And so as I'm going through the next lap, I had to slow down like almost to nothing, because I was like out of breath in the pool. like if I was out in the lake, I may have had to like start treading or water or something to get my breath back. But yeah, I don't have the fitness to hold my breath for a flip turn. My breathing's really bad. I mean, I can even feel that it's bad when I'm just walking around. Like I get out of breath suddenly when I'm walking around. I even thought to myself, maybe I shouldn't go swimming in the pool, because I might get coronavirus, because I have such bad asthma. If I get coronavirus, I could get in really big trouble. Plus, I don't have any kind of insurance. But I think I'm going to go swimming anyway. Usually, I'm not interacting with that many people in the pool, but it is kind of sketchy because it has 2 lanes. And I thought that it was 1 person per lane, but when I jumped in, I saw the next lane over, there were 2 guys in there at one point. And then in with me, this chick jumps in the lane with me. So I'm like, okay, I guess it's I guess they let you two people, which I'm glad, because I guess that means I can jump in the pool on top of somebody else when that pool fills up. And but it's kind of sketchy because you don't wear a mask in the pool, and if you pass somebody, you're literally breathing, exhaling and inhaling like a whole lot closer than 6 feet. You're like 3 feet away from them, and then you're swallowing other people's spit. If the water gets in, and you can smell it. It smells rotten, in the pool. So I don't know. I'm not so sure how safe that is, but I'm gonna go anyway. I can't help myself. But it's a saltwater pool, a 24-hour fitness, but 23 meters. But yeah. But then I came back and yeah, my goggles are kind of leaking. I think I need to make them a little bit tighter. They were giving me a headache before. I'm gonna get online and see if there's better goggles, but I spent way too much money recently on stuff like touch-up stuff for my bike, like extra water bottles and mounts, GoPro mounts and stuff. Oh, I could bring my GoPro if I had the time to set it up. I want to get there spot on the dot at 3, so if I don't have the time, not gonna bring my video camera, but I got the underwater thing for my GoPro, but and just film myself swimming and watch it. But hopefully I remember it though. God, that sucked to bring it there and just leave it in the pool, because I'm so absent-minded now. It's insane. So and then I don't think I'm gonna have time to put books on my iPod Nano, so I'm gonna just listen to more music, but that's fine. But I just love swimming because I'm so fat. Swimming is easy because I bob up on top of the water like a cork, and all I have to do is do my arms like this. But my muscles are actually sore, so I got to the point where I was good enough at swimming that I actually felt my muscles doing the work, my lats doing the work. So that's cool. That's how I make sure I have good form in the pool, is when I can feel my lats actually working. So when I come back from swimming from now on, I'm going to do my swim machine on the hardest setting, level 7. So that I can kind of work out those lats, and maybe even in the gym afterwards, I'll do that. I also have a personal gym here. I don't know if it's open. I'm gonna go in there and look at the signs. So, anyways, that's what I'm doing. My muscles are sore and stuff, but it's really slow going getting back in shape. I'm gonna put up a rule on my website, my Bike Racer Levels page, that if you're under 40, you can get back into shape in 6 months. But if you're over 40 or over 45, maybe I'll make it a new rule, over 45, because that's what I am, 46. And you haven't done shit forever, like you're starting from bottom of the barrel, like a couch potato, which is what I am. Like physically, I'm a couch potato. I mean, I have some muscle memory, so I could, I'm probably a little bit stronger than the average person on a bike, but I can't do anything else. Yeah, you would need like at least a year just to get back to where you were at base level when you're like 25, and then you need like another year on top of that if you're gonna get fit. So your potential. So, but yesterday my left calf felt a lot better, because I think a couple of days ago I tried to go on a run. Yeah, day before yesterday, and I only made it 3/4 of a mile before I had to start limping again. My calf tore. But yesterday my calf healed a lot faster than I thought. Like I was pretty much not even limping anymore in one day. So I think my muscles are going to recover a lot faster. So I mean, I'm sore today. I'm not going to try and run today, but I might run. I'm going to try running tomorrow. But just stay really close to my house. Just do trails. Go up on this trail and go down here, and just for when my calf snaps, I don't have to walk too far back home. But I never got around to getting the my Strava of my swimming from the other day up onto my website, onto my Strava. Yeah, because my phone doesn't, for some reason, Strava doesn't have the swimming app on their app. You can only use Strava with an Apple Watch with when you're running, but when you're swimming, you have to use some other, the built-in lap program. It doesn't have a lap counter that uploads directly to Strava for some reason, so you have to manually do it. So, yeah, I'm kind of behind. My mom came here and was just pissed that my house wasn't clean enough. So she starts she cleaned up all the puke off my floor when she was here last night. And then today she came with a bunch of cleaning supplies and was cleaning my toilet and cleaning my refrigerator and the counters in my kitchen. And I'm like, I can do this. Anyway, it's almost 20 minutes. I'm going to go swimming now, but I'm still getting back in shape. I'm not going to smoke reefer anymore, and I'm still vegetarian, so I'm getting better. Later, talk tomorrow.